Hello, all you beautiful people out there. It is I, the virtuoso Will Cohen, hosting tonight in There Will Be Trivia, bringing to you a wonderful exhibition tonight featuring your favorite host, Henry Confidential, versus your favorite Chadwick Ripper Webb. Say hello.
It's not like I'm everyone's favorite. It's just like, hey, I'm not allowed to play anywhere else, so I'm just going to challenge people to singles and teams matches until people get sick of me. And so far, it's working. I'm having a lot of fun. And I just watched Chad's most recent Warzone match, and I was like, regardless of how that result went, I want you next. And I was like, hey, Will, you want to write this shit? And he's like, I already have it written. Let's go.
I mean, you're the one who said it, not me. So, so Henry, what do why do you think that you can beat Chad tonight?
Because he sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Because we talked movies together a lot, and we have some overlapping taste and perspectives in terms of like the way we think about movies, but I feel like I also have some stuff that he isn't as good at, and he has some strengths that I don't consider strengths, but I also don't consider them gaps. So I feel like, his overlap towards me is a little better than my overlap to him. So, I think, maybe a 1 point advantage my way.
Okay. And Chad, why do you think his reasons are bullshit? And follow-up question, how many Chipmunks questions do you think are in this match?
Oh, fuck. I hope none.
Same. Cheers to that, brother. No Chipmunks questions.
Henry thinks he's so damn cool. And he is. I like Henry. I like hanging out with him. So he challenged me to this, and I was like, why the hell not? This will be fun. Win or lose, this will be a good time. I didn't really study. I threw some strengths on there that I normally throw on as strengths. I didn't really try to challenge myself because I didn't really feel like studying a whole lot. But we'll see how this goes. This will be fun.
Well, the point is no studying. Technically, exhibition is like, hey, these are things that you consider favorites, or it's let's put your money where your mouth is. You say you like them, prove it. So they're not written as deep cut 5-point questions, but they're also not written as who starred in this movie or what is finish the title of this franchise film. You know what I mean? It's like it's not quite that either. So. Or you never know. Will did not tell us the questions ahead of time, unfortunately, so we're going in blind.
I did not. So we're going to find out if studying proves one of these people are the scarecrow and wishing that they had a brain. So moving on to the first question of the match comes in the category of everyone's favorite category, musicals. Maybe. Who plays Macavity, the infamous feline trickster in Cats?
That's a 1 in 100 chance.
Oh my god.
I mean, 1 out of 8, but sure, 1 out of 100 if you are familiar with this, which
I'm not.
And if anyone's wondering if I liked this movie because I put it on here, the answer is no.
You don't love this masterpiece, Henry? What's going on here?
I'm more of a dog guy.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to Henry Confidential.
Even though I said 1 in 100, I don't even know if she's in the movie. Cate Blanchett.
And Chad.
I'm not sure if this is the right one, but I went Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is the correct answer.
I already forgot the name of the character, but I thought it was a girl.
Macavity, that's the villain, apparently.
But to be fair, he did have a cohort who sang his song, but that wasn't Cate Blanchett, that was Taylor Swift. And you were right. I would much rather watch the Chipmunks over and over again than Cats a second time.
A terrible movie.
In comedies, in The Interview, which real-life musician very casually comes out of the closet when talking to Dave Skylark?
Oh.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to the Ripper.
All right, I went with Eminem or Marshall Mathers.
And Henry.
Is he circular? Eminem.
That is the correct answer. bringing our match to 2-1. In the category as Stanley Kubrick. In Full Metal Jacket, where is the boot camp located where Joker and Pyle are doing their Marine Corps training?
Ooh. City and state, or just state?
I will take just state.
Okay.
I in the doc I have city and state, but I will take just state. I'm not going to be an asshole about this, despite what the lawyers tell me. And 5, 4,
The lawyers say keep your trap
3,
shut.
2, 1. Pens down. We go to Henry, as this is your strength.
I'm honestly not sure. Virginia?
And Chad.
I went with Florida.
Dirty sweep. It is Paris Island, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay.
The category of 1990s. I'm assuming both of you are around for that, because I
Yes.
can't remember how old either of you are. In My Cousin Vinny, what crime do Bill and Stan think they are arrested for before they realize they accidentally confessed to murder?
General answer?
I have the general and the specific in the doc, so whichever you want to put.
Okay. Well, it's because I know the
Specific-
general answer. It's just if it was specific, I wouldn't quite. I might have it.
The specific answer was too funny for me not to put in the doc. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chadwick.
I absolutely fucking love this movie. I said stealing a can of food. I think it is tuna though.
And Henry.
It's underlined, so it doesn't technically count if it's wrong. The too much information, but stealing. But can of beans was the can I went with.
I will take both answers. Technically, it's a can of tuna.
It is, yeah.
That he is that it was.
If you're familiar with the show, whenever we do the line, that's more of a hey, we're just saying.
I'm very. That might be for the audience. I'm fine.
I killed the clerk.
I
Right.
killed the clerk.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you killed the clerk.
All right, you two Utes, let's move on to scores and soundtracks.
Look at you.
What is the song that plays repeatedly in the greeting card Olive receives at the beginning of Easy A?
Oh. Jesus.
I wouldn't have included this question, but it's about 20% of the movie, and I couldn't resist. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I can't remember who we started with the last time, so we're gonna go with Henry.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Whoa.
And Chad.
Whoa.
Yep, Henry tied it up. I didn't remember this movie that much. Walking on Sunshine.
You started right
Oh,
on.
you
I
were
got
so
nervous.
close.
Now
So
I remember
close.
that when-
Tie game, everybody. Tie game going into question number 6. In Chad's strength of Edgar Wright. What is the name of the pub that Sean and Ed constantly hang out at, which winds up being the site of their final stand against the zombie horde in Shaun of the Dead?
See, that's a good 1-point question. In round 2, that is a good example of round 2. That's not why you put this on the wheel for this question, but in round 1, that's a fair point. So for writers out there, that's what we're referring to. This is too easy for round 2, but perfect for round 1 if you want to write in round 1.
And 5, 4, 3,
Great
2, 1.
example,
Sounds like everyone has it. Let's go to Chad because this is your strength.
To the Winchester.
To the Winchester. Henry.
Can I get any of you cunts a drink? The Winchester.
Absolutely correct. Still tied. Going into question number 7. Category of animation. What comedic actor plays the mayor of Whoville in Horton Hears Who? Now that I look at that question, I hope I had the had the title right. But I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. So I'm
Who
gonna
did you
keep
say?
it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go back to Henry
I'm not sure, to be honest. Steve Crow.
and Chad.
Not sure either. That's the same thing I said.
Both of you are correct.
Wow.
It's
I
Steve Carell.
guess we're both not sure that we're correct because we are correct. So we're not sure.
What's funny is I almost excluded this because there was a joke that Henry and I had because I accidentally wrote down an answer wrong in testing a different match where I wrote down Steve Carell when I meant Jeffrey Tambor.
Oh, that's funny.
Tambor
I wouldn't-
lost his mind because
Yeah, I wouldn't remember that.
different. Yeah.
I figured it was late at night. 1980s is the next category. In Spaceballs, what beverage does President Scroob open a can of and drink at the beginning of the film?
This movie sucks.
This movie's
I fully
amazing.
disagree.
This is an amazing movie.
That's
Oh,
why I
It's not
challenge.
Mel Brooks. It's not Mel Brooks' best, but I
That's
absolutely
my
love
next
this
challenge to Chad. Just all comedy movies, since our tastes are so opposites in comedies.
I'm gonna be ready
they
because
kind of are,
my
actually, yeah.
What'd you say, Will?
I'll write that one because I guarantee
We
my
can literally just write our top 20 comedies that are that don't cross over, and then just mix it up in a pod.
that would be hilarious. 1, 5, 4, 3,
1, 2.
2, and 1. We're going over to Chadwick
I don't know, dude. I just guess Coke.
and Henry.
Because this movie's stupid. He's drinking a can of worms. That's my guess.
It's even dumber than that. It is a parody of Perrier, Perrier.
I would never have gotten that.
It's a big plot of the movie. Is that
Mm.
they need air, so he's drinking Perrier.
Oh, that's right. It's been a while. Yeah.
It has been a while, but it's one of my favorites. It's my show. I'm going to ask the bonus question anyway because this comes from one of my favorite movies, and I have to do it.
Fair enough.
In Gross Point Blank,
Yes.
who ultimately winds up being Martin's mystery target that brings him back to Gross Point? I have a relatively general answer, and I have a specific answer. If you can at least tell me the relative generality,
Yeah.
I am happy to go with it. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the
and
question.
1. Okay, I will do that. In Gross Point Blank, who ultimately winds up being Martin's mystery target that brings him back to Gross Point? I can't even tell you how many times.
This is
I
gonna this
can't
is
believe I've seen this
borderline
movie.
top 100. It's I have to see it more, but this is close. I love this movie. I just had to think of how to phrase this.
If I actually ranked movies, this would definitely at least be in my top 20, if not my top 10.
I
There
need
you
to
go.
check it out again, I guess.
You need to create. You and John both need to create top 100s, and we'll react to it. 5.
No, because I don't want you to ban me for life from this channel.
It's-
5, 4.
If you did your bottom 100 and they're all my top 100, then yes, then there's cause for banning.
I don't know. I haven't looked at your top 100, but
It's pretty great.
all right. I can't remember who we went off with first, so we're going to start with Henry.
I don't remember her character's name, but it's Minnie Driver's dad.
And Chad.
I wrote prom date, so that's wrong.
Well, it's her
Prom
dad.
date's definitely wrong. Because you didn't have the character's name, I don't think I can give it to you. I
I initially put his ex-girlfriend's dad, but they never dated. It's prom date's dad, so that's why I just wrote the actress's name.
Yeah, her name is Debbie, so I put Debbie's father, Bart Newberry.
Oh, I mean, it's up to you. It's your call. You're the host.
I vote no.
I bet you do, you shithead. It was a bonus question anyway. We'll just save it for later. No.
Hey, we have the betting question now. And
Oh
this
yeah,
is where- and
I
this is where shit gets interesting.
change this a tad just because I don't want it to be too much swing. It's either bet 0 or 1, not up to 2, because that's that's a potential 4-point swing, and that's doing too much. So 0 to 1.
I'm down with that.
So you read the category, and then we'll bet.
So the category, the category is the MC. It's comic book movies.
So the MCU.
I fucked up, but yes, it's the MCU.
It's not like you're saying the Spider-Man franchise or something where it's even narrow. There's still 26 movies. That's still a fair general.
Yeah, but it once I read it, it might be a little bit more obvious.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind
For
of
betting
trying
for
to
betting
avoid.
purposes, I get what you mean, but yeah.
But either way, and let's take bets, starting with Henry.
One. I like the MCU.
Chad.
I decided not to be boring. I went with one as well.
Okay.
If it was musicals, then we might get boring, but I'll take one for.
Yeah, right.
What MCU movie features supporting performances from Sam Neill, Carl Urban, and Matt Damon?
It's a fun one. It's a fun question.
Fun is a great word to describe.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Henry.
That's Chad. He's tied. Thor Ragnarok.
And Chad.
I also said Thor Ragnarok.
Absolutely. Thor Ragnarok is the correct answer. So going into round 2, we are neck and neck at 6.
And since I'm a nice guy, I will give Chad the option to go first or second.
I'll go second. I'll defer.
Second,
And that's what I
okay.
get for being nice.
So we will bring up our lovely wheel that Henry has been so generous to prime for me and to create as well.
There you go.
The ca-
I was able to prime it because I remembered not to have it remove options after, so I was able to prime it. So
There you go. So the options on this Star wheel, we have Stanley Kubrick. We have The Wizarding World. We have the secret category of willpower, movies Will likes. Alfred Hitchcock and Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright and The Wizarding World being Chad's strengths. Stanley Kubrick and Alfred Hitchcock being Henry's strengths.
all right.
And when you're ready, Henry, spin that Thar wheel.
All right. And since there's 5, the respin option's still there. Even though you said vanilla, I don't hate his category, so I will risk it for the biscuit.
Okay. Partially offended, but let's go.
There we go.
And you got Stanley Kubrick.
Cool.
Your first question, and remember, 2 points for answering right off the bat. 1 point if you go multiple, and stealing is an option here. Question number 1 in Stanley Kubrick. In Spartacus, who is the combatant who defiantly spares Spartacus in the fight Crassus commissions?
Looking for character name?
Character name.
I'm hoping it's him. Crixus. Let's go. Multiple choice, so I don't fuck up that name.
Okay, he did not say final answer, so I will
That
accept
kind of
it.
as it was like rolling off the tongue. It's like didn't put the hand off the thing. So multiple choice.
Multiple choice. A. Bacchides. B. Drabus. C. Gracchus. D. Verinia.
Okay, wasn't him. Repeat the options, please.
Absolutely. A. I'm going to butcher these names.
All right, yeah.
Bacchides. B. Drabus. C. Gracchus. D. Verinia.
Let's go Verinia.
That is incorrect. Chad for the 1 point steal. Do you want if you want a full repeat of the
Just
question?
give me the options, please.
The options, you got it. A. Bacchides. There's gonna be reels of me trying to pronounce that fucking name out there. B. Drabus. C. Gracchus. D. Verinia.
I'll go Gracchus. See.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Drabus.
All right.
My second instinct was C, so I'm glad it wasn't that because then I talked myself out of it.
In let's see. Question 2 in Stanley Kubrick. In The Shining, what is the name of the butler Jack sees in the gold room?
Oh my God, what's his name? These are one of those when you don't study. These are the ones that just like go off to the side. Like as soon as I hear a multiple choice, I'm like, that's it.
I try not to go too deep.
No, this is a good question. I'm just saying in terms of
Good. Yeah.
when you're not studying, these are the type of names that might just be on the outside. Multiple choice. As soon as I hear it, I'm gonna It's
Okay, multiple choice. Is it A, Reggie, B, Lloyd, C, Dick, or D, Delbert?
Delbert.
Delbert is correct for 1 point.
It's just one of those names. It's like it's not like a common. Yeah, it's weird. That's a good one.
Question 3 in Stanley Kubrick. In Eyes Wide Shut, what is the name of the prostitute Bill hires but ultimately does not have sex with?
Fuck, I think I'll remember it on multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Your options are A, Jax, B, Diamond, C, Domino, or D, Lolita.
Domino.
Domino is correct for 1 point. Question 4. In A Clockwork Orange, what song does Alex sing joyfully during the Droog's violent encounter with Frank Alexander and his wife?
Singing in the rain, because I'm singing in the rain.
Singing in the Rain is the correct answer for 2
Did that
points.
too.
What a
Good thing you got it.
wonderful feeling, raping and looting, or whatever he says.
Oh, I wasn't willing to go that far, but hey, glad you were.
Alex was. Yikes.
That's fair enough. Question, your final question in the category, Stanley Kubrick. What is the name of the lunar crater the mysterious monolith is found in 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Alpha 1, B, Tycho, C, Calypso, or D, Copernicus?
I think one of those is from something else, but it's the one that's like sticking out to me and I don't like it. Alpha 1.
Alpha 1 is incorrect. Chad for that 1 point steal.
Can I get those options again real quick?
You got it. Is it A, Alpha 1, B, Tycho, C, Calypso, or D, Copernicus?
I think I'm in the same boat as Henry, but another one was coming out at me. I'm gonna guess Copernicus.
Copernicus is also incorrect. We were looking for Tycho.
Okay. Copernicus, that's from something though. That's why I was like, why is
Copernicus? Copernicus is A, the astronomer, and D, the dog from Back to the Future.
Nice.
Another dog?
Because I am a dick. Chadwick, your spin is up.
All
Let
right.
her rip. Get it? Ripper, rip, huh?
Yikes.
Yes. Son of a-
Yeah.
Do you want to take it?
I'm gonna go the same route as Henry and try my luck again real quick.
Don't worry, my respect for you only dropped 1 point.
Man, this wheel is
We have to
loving-
respin it.
Maybe it's willpower again. It's just gonna stay on this.
Willpower.
All right, Edgar Wright.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm rusty.
You will, I hope you guys will let me read you my questions because I think you would actually like them.
Of
But
course.
anyway, your first question in Edgar Wright. In Baby Driver, what was Buddy Van Horn's previous occupation before turning to a life of crime?
Right. Yeah, it's been a minute. Let me do multiple choice on this one.
Is it A, heart surgeon, B, public defender, C, New York mayor, or D, Wall Street banker?
I'll go banker.
Banker is correct for 1 point.
I wrote broker, but yeah, I had Wall Street because I was
I don't know what the difference would be, so I think you're good if you would have said Wall Street broker. 2 in the in the category of Edgar Wright. In Last Night in Soho, what is the name of the dashing gentleman Sandy gets involved with, who ultimately sells her into sexual servitude?
I think I might remember, but it has been a while since that one came out. I'm gonna guess. Wait, full name?
I don't need full name.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Jack.
Jack is correct for 2 points.
So Matt Smith.
It is
Yeah.
Matt Smith. In Hot Fuzz, what movie does Butterman find in a bargain bin while Angel chases down the shoplifters?
Shit. Is it Super Cop?
It is Super Cop.
Okay. Or
For 2
Police
points.
Story 3.
What's that?
Police Story 3, I think, is Super Cop.
Sure.
Jackie Chan.
In Scott Pilgrim versus the World, what is the name of Gideon Graves' club where Scott makes his final stand for Ramona's hand?
Oh, the name of the club. Oh.
Fuck. Hope he doesn't guess Winchester and get it right. Oh, sorry, do you hear me?
Let me do multiple choice. Damn it.
Multiple choice. Your options are A, the Chaos Theater, B, the Rubicon, C, the Final Castle, or D, Ramona's Special Garden.
I'll say the Chaos Theater.
Welcome to the Chaos Theater. Chaos Theater is correct for 1 point.
You look like Gideon if you straighten your hair a little bit.
You
Well.
have no idea how often I get that. And my hair used to be that length too. I have pictures. In your final question in the category of Edgar Wright, in The World's End, what is the name of the penultimate pub the gang attends in the Golden Mile?
That's a good freaking question.
I know. That's why I wrote it. Because I'm a cocky bastard.
Everyone's cocky when they got Google.
Let me narrow it down and go to multiple choice.
Your multiple choice questions are A, the two-headed dog, B, the beehive, C, the king's head, or D, the hole in the wall.
The hole in the wall.
The hole in the wall is correct for 1 point. At the end of that round, Chad is leading by 3 points, 13-10.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's still anyone's game.
Nice. Very close.
Oh, yeah.
Moving into round 3. Each contestant is going to pick a number from, 3 numbers from 1 to 6.
Oh. 1 to 6.
And each of them, each number corresponds to a question. That is for 2, 3, and 5 points. Right now, I am prepping my board. So
Chad, I knew this was going to be a good one.
Yeah.
it is still literally anyone's game. So Chad,
Mhm.
pick your numbers between 1 and 6.
I'm going to go 2, 3, and 6.
And Henry, that leaves you 1,
I'm going to go 1,
4, and 5.
1, 5, 4.
1, 5, and 4. So because, Henry, you have a deficit, you are going to go first for your 2 points. Your 2-pointer in your strength category of Alfred Hitchcock. What is the name of the train Thornhill sneaks onto to travel to Chicago in North by Northwest?
Are you looking for like the train station or?
The name of the train is what I'm looking for. According to my research, this was the name of the train. You go 5, 4, 3, 2.
The Chicago train.
We're looking for the 20th Century Limited.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
was
for
a
your
good
3,
one.
so for your 3 point to tie
Well,
it up,
there's no, they're not written as point values. It's just 6
Oh,
questions. Yeah, and
okay.
depending the order in which you pick them, that's
Gotcha.
Yeah, I did not write these with point values in mind. Trust me.
Okay.
Your 5 point. We go to
Well,
Chadwick's
no, 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 no,
strength of the
no,
Wizarding
no.
World.
No, the first one was worth 2. This one's worth 3.
You're right for 3
Yeah, yeah.
points. We go to Chadwick's strength for in the Wizarding World.
All right.
In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh fuck.
What is the name of the misunderstood parasite that develops in gifted children when their magic abilities are suppressed?
No idea.
Is that your final answer? All right. Well, obviously, no idea is incorrect. It would be really awkward if it would have been correct, but it is Obscurus. We go to 4. For 5 points to force Chadwick to answer some questions. And it comes in the category of musicals. In Chicago, what profession does Roxy's husband Amos have? Just general answer on this.
Banker.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Chadwick Ripper Webb. The answer we're looking for is auto mechanic.
Huh?
Wow. I wouldn't have thought of that either. I was thinking banker, like lawyer or something.
Well, I knew he wasn't a lawyer because he's the one who killed.
He's very,
Scott,
he's
so he would've been-
very, very white. Very, very blue collar, not white collar.
Ah,
But for questions that I have never really tested out, you guys did extremely well.
Hell yeah! I knew it was gonna be a good one, Chad.
This was a very competitive match, and neither of you should feel sorry for this loss.
Should never feel sorry in an exhibition.
So I want to talk to Henry first because he's the one who contracted me to write this match.
Asked, but yes.
Asked. I want to be fancy about it. Look at my name, for fuck's sake. Henry, how do you feel about the questions, and how do you feel about your performance?
Yeah, this was a fun time. It's one of those where, like, that Full Metal Jacket one in the beginning, it's like, maybe if I was studying, that's something that I would have been keep my eye on. But in terms of just like not even think of it that way, I just didn't know that one. And then pretty much everything in round 2, the Kubrick stuff is just, just not questions I knew as like ones that I know. And from knowing, when you know a lot of the stuff and not knowing, some, it's a bummer because it's like, damn it, that's not, I don't mind the movies. That's just not what I knew. And I knew actually a decent amount of his Edgar Wright ones. So it's just one of those where it's like, we came in on the wheel with a bunch of similar strengths. Luckily, neither of us had to deal with willpower.
I'm still a smidge offended, and I think if you hear the questions, I think you would have probably kicked yourself because I think some of them were really fun.
I mean, you also like the movies, so yes, that's always fun. But yeah, like I said, I challenged Chad because I just know that our strengths and tastes line up, but also don't at the same time. So I knew it would be a fun one. And in round 1, we pretty much were even. And then once it just got to strengths, he just knew his strengths just a little bit more than mine, or at least the questions were about the stuff that he just knew today versus where I didn't. So I would be down to play Chad again anytime. And I'm always down to do these because it just gives me a reason to play until I get a chance to play everywhere. So good job, Chad.
And Chad, let's talk about your performance. What do you think? How did you think about the questions? How do you think about your performance, and how does it feel to not be the Scarecrow?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I think the questions were great. I mean, you wrote this in like a very short period of time. This was a very fun thing that Henry did, like spur of the moment, just because he watched a match of mine, which I thought was kind of funny. But,
literally yesterday.
It was really fun. I was a little worried because I know Henry's really good at trivia. He's not an opponent that you take lightly at all. But I knew that he chose strengths that are kind of like challenging. I don't know how well he knows those directors, but like,
pretty well.
I don't know. There's a lot of Hitchcock movies, so like there's a lot to pull from. So it's kind of a hard wide berth of a strength to choose, and yeah.
And especially in the parameters where he gave me, it's like, don't do the shit ones. It's like,
Right.
I didn't say that, but I said just don't prioritize them. That's a bad habit that writers have, where they're like, oh, Hitchcock, oh, okay, let me just go family plot, sabotage, and all these lower end ones. It's like that's not fun. You know what I mean? Like no one ever asks questions about Psycho anymore just because it's like, oh, that's the obvious one. I'm
well,
like,
Psycho's been tapped, which is the exact reason why I didn't want to ask any questions from Psycho. It's like,
I mean,
it's
no one's
boring
really
and
asked
had.
about it. That's what I'm thinking. Other than the 12 vacancies, Norman Bates, Norma, like there's not really been many questions asked about it because it's too popular. Just like not many Pulp
Right.
Fiction questions are asked just nowadays in Tarantino because it's just the popular one. And like, that was the only reason. So it wasn't like don't ask the bad one, just don't prioritize. Don't ask 5 bottom ones. That was the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for calling me out.
I just do want to say, like, I mean, yeah, I spun a good strength, but I mean, we both spun our strengths.
Oh, absolutely.
But I honestly, I kind of still wish I would have like ran that Edgar Wright category a little better. I'm very rusty. I need to study up some more on those. I didn't really get time to study them at all, and
No studying exhibitions. That's why.
But I think I have like a Full Metal Random or something coming up. I really need to freshen up on this stuff. And, I kind of wish I would have gotten the Harry Potter, but it is what it is, and we'll maybe next time. I'm definitely down to do this again. I had a great time. Henry hit a lot of tough questions like that. That first one was more of like a 5-pointer. Like I know you weren't doing it point wise,
Yeah.
but like Jesus, some of these
I know.
questions, like I knew Obscurus, but other than that, the other ones I would not have gotten probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Chad, if you ever get a partner, whether it's against me and Jay in teams, or if you want to challenge like Will and John, or Mesa and JPO, or Antonio and Rod, you know what I mean? There's options out there. So if you have a team partner, that's I already made a photoshopped cutout of you, so you're on the roster for exhibition stuff.
Well, I've played you and Jay with my wife Carrie before, and that was very fun. I'd love to do like a rematch of that, or actually I have a buddy that I do
Dylan, right?
a show with Dylan. If he's down, I know he's kind of busy lately, but if he's down, I'd love to maybe jump in there with him as well at some point. Would be kind of a fun thing since we do spur of the moment type things. I'd love to play Will and John. Like that'd be a crazy match because they're
that would be an
good.
amazing 3-way. John, Chad, and me.
Oh,
Great
us
3.
three. Yeah, I'd be so
Yes.
down for that. If Henry wants to write it, I'm
down to watch 3-ways with a bunch of dudes anytime. So if you guys want to jump in the ring and get it on, I'm willing to partake.
till the break of dawn.
The Ripper,
Carrie,
the Reaper,
earmuffs,
and me.
earmuffs.
There we go.
Don't listen to this 3-way stuff.
She's not around.
All right, it's okay, guys. The secret's not out. Yeah. So shout out to Will for writing this for me. Like I try and give gratitude to anyone who writes for me, because like I said, it sounds corny and cheesy, but it's like I'm literally not allowed to play in many places. So anytime that someone's willing to take their time out and do me a favor and write a match, so I can play and just get a chance to practice, but also show off the stuff that I do know, as well as figure out what I don't know, and also give writers a chance to practice their writing skills, because I know people who don't do this every day don't know exactly how easy or how hard to go. So it's always a lot of fun. So Chad, if you ever want to write or play again, you're more than welcome. Will, if you wrote for me, so you have a priority. So if you have a singles exhibition, someone you want to challenge, you are at the top of the list for that. So
all right,
thank you very much.
I will think about it.
There you go. So with that said, if you guys make it this far in the video on the live, you're probably already subscribed, but anybody watching on the repeat, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because we got more stuff on this channel, such as War Room stuff. It's right here. We have the Let's Rank stuff, me and Austin, the War Room, which is a debate show, which Will's actually going to be a debater on this upcoming Monday, and myself and Chad are going to be judges. We have roundtables where we just sit around and do nothing in this show. That the next episode is going to be the Oscar, but something I started off the Sweet 16, where it's kind of like a tournament style stuff of what is the best of a category. And then me and John Mayer, just created our own horror podcast. So the first episode is up right now, and we are going to be live Monday for our next episode. So with that said, shout out to Will Cohen for writing this match. Shout out to Chad Webb. I call him Chad. Everyone calls him Chadwick. Kind of bothers me because it's just so it's like calling Will William. Oh, hello, William. Like, calm down. His Will.
Either way
Like,
is fine.
we're friends. I know, it's just funny because it's like your name on Facebook. That's just like everyone, like when people call Medee or Raymond. I'm like, oh, don't do that. Just do it. That's just so like just Medee. We're good. My name's Henry Confidential. That's Chad. That's Will. We are out. Make sure if you're watching live, we're gonna be doing some more There Will Be Trivia's open style. Within either right now or with the next hour or so, and we're gonna do some have some fun stuff and whatever. I'm rambling because whatever. If you didn't like this video, it's okay.